Hello, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing tonight on this Sunday evening? I hope you guys had a great weekend. Mine was good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired right now. I don't know what's up with me, but I don't know. This whole day I've just been struggling. I've been on the struggle bus. Um, yeah. If you could just let me know if you can hear me, whoever is here, that would be great. But anyways, yeah, just it's been I don't know what's going on with me. So yeah, pardon if I am I don't know, a little more on the mellow side today. It's gonna be a chill one. We're just gonna go through my comics that I've received within the past, I don't know, few months. I'm pretty behind when it comes to the comic hobby. Oh hey Jackson, thank you. Thank you for the sound check. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm pretty behind with my comic books right now. I was starting to do like new comic book day slash FOC orders off of my comic shop, and I had done it before, like back I don't know, it must have been like 2021 ish around there, and I thought they were a great service. Still do. We get like 35% off, which is awesome. I think what kills me though is like it's the shipping kind of eats into that discount. So it's almost like you're just going into the shop. That's what it feels like at the end of the day. But the perk about it is you're ordering ahead of time, obviously with the FOC. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's got its pros and cons. Pros and cons. Usually the shipments are great though. They pack it well. So I have no complaints in that regard. And I honestly haven't really been able to find a store that I could really cling to or gravitate to here. And that's not really like a dig at any store or anything like that. It's just, sometimes you just want to go in and immediately feel that like vibe that you want to feel. And I don't know, I haven't felt that here yet. I'm not ruling it out, but that's why I was ordering online instead. But what's up, King? How's it going? Miss you at Cape and yeah. I had a busy weekend. I was supposed to work. That was this weekend, right? Yeah. I was supposed to work yesterday and then they last minute bailed. Well, not bailed, but they canceled. It was supposed to work the preseason game for the Niners. And it was like really annoying because I had that planned for like 2 weeks and then I still have the equipment here. So I have to keep the equipment now until the next game. So it's kind of a little bit of a shit show, but it is what it is. I couldn't make it out. And then today I've just been I've been in this grog. I can't really explain it. I even looked online. This is how bad it is. I was like, is it gonna be like is the time gonna change soon? Because I feel this like weight on me. Like, I don't know. So I was like, no, it's not gonna change till like November. So it's not quite yet. How was it though? Let me know. I was actually wanting to go because I know they were going to change the location to closer to you, right? To Alameda, one of the breweries there, because they used to have it. I went to the first Cape and Cal Con out in Oakland. That was awesome. I had a great time there. Had a lot of pickups, great deals. Yeah, I like my comic shop, but the postage is killer. Yeah, that's the only thing. But like I said, it's kind of just as if you were gonna go into the shop anyways, except you're guaranteed whatever you order, but not really. And I'm gonna get into that too. My only other qualm with it is like as of late, this happened maybe like once or twice back in 2021, but like more recently I've been getting more emails from them within those couple months earlier this year that like, oh, we couldn't ship this specific comic out, but they like slip in like a double of another one that I ordered and stuff like that to kind of compensate for it, which I'm not totally against. Like, that's cool. At least you're doing something about it. But it doesn't really take away from the fact that I kind of like lost out on a couple of those comics because as by the time I'm receiving it, it's already way later than everyone else did. So that's another downer to it. I don't know. I don't know. How do you guys feel about ordering, pre-ordering and all that? It's a little risky at times. Oh, and then they give me credits, which is kind of cool because I did use it on a bigger book, you'll see, which I was just a sucker for. I'm kind of ashamed about it, but at the same time, it was just so cool. I had to get it. Um, I'll show you in a second. It was crazy, crazy busy, but also fun as well. Oh, and then I saw that they were going to have like their own IPA or something. Like, I was tempted to get that. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed I missed it, but it's okay. Like, I don't know. I've been going to a lot of smaller cons. Like I did, like, I went to the Galaxy Con as well, which I'm gonna be sharing pickups for that probably on Flicks and Comics Live, maybe later this week. I don't know. My sister is visiting this weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to go live next weekend. But maybe like a Thursday or she's gonna be here on Friday. So I don't know. I don't know. It might be in like 2 weeks. But yeah, I had some cool encounters at Galaxy Con. If you guys went there, let me know. I know James that you did. And I know what you got. That was pretty awesome. What you showed me. But with the Dolph Lundgren, how do you say it? Lundgren. I can't say his last name for some reason, but it was so cool that you got that comic signed by him. I don't know why I get tongue tied with that, but I do. Anyway, let me take a sip here. A little bit of energy drink here. See if that'll help, but I don't know. Just feeling off today. So apologies. But yeah, okay. So I pre-opened them. You'll see. Pre-open them because I get them sent to my PO box, and I always just want to check to make sure stuff's there. But I did pull this thing out. I was super stoked for this. I did get some of the single issues because they're like glow in the dark, and I remember Rod showing me, and I was super jealous. So I picked those up at one of the local comic shops that had them. So yeah, I had to get the flop. I double dipped, had to get the floppies, but I had already ordered this like way before that. So I knew I had it coming, but I just couldn't resist the floppies. They're so cool. The artwork on these things is just really, really cool. And I do love a good creature story. So creature feature type story. So let me open this and we'll kind of crack it open. If you guys read this, let me know. Sucker for Batman, sucker for horror. So this is just, I hope it's good. I mean, oh, so this cover is glow in the dark as well. That's awesome. I didn't think the hardcover would be. But here we go. It's like a matte finish. Very nice black label. It's just, ooh, look at that. Dude, the artwork is sick. Who did this artwork? Steven Subic. Let's take the dusk cover off. Oh, yeah. Glossy finish. I'm so excited to read this. Let's check out the artwork. Interiors. I feel like the covers are probably more impressive than the actual interiors. Let's see. Yeah, I would say so. Woo! I'm so excited. So yeah, I am reading Harley right now. Still, oh my god, I've been off and on with that one. I don't know how I feel about it so far. I kind of like the angle they're taking with it. It's the Black Label one. I don't really like the artwork, so that's what has been kind of a struggle. But also, I've just been busy, so I've just been putting it down a lot. But I like the angle they're taking, where Harley is like investigating, and she has her own like hypotheses that she's like young and just trying to figure these psychopaths out, you know. It's kind of cool to see her side of things at that age before everything happened with Joker and all that. So yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of in the middle with it, but we'll see how it goes. All right, what do I have in here? Dolph Lundgren. Is it Lundgren or Lund? It's Lundgren. Okay, I think Lundgren. Lundgren. Dolph. I'll just stick to Dolph. How about that? What's up, Russ? How's it going? How you been? Dude, congrats on your 8 years on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Little YouTube jingle. Hey, you know what? I'm waking up. How about that? It's a little spike of energy for you guys right there. Yeah, YouTube. I think I've been just as long. I've been on since 2016. Oh my god, it's like 9 years. Okay, this was the splurge, but I had to get it because I got the 35% off. But plus, I had credits because I'm telling you guys, they've messed up on me like I don't know how many times. So I was like, oh, I might as well use it on this. And I'm just a sucker, and I was kind of curious. I got a metal cover. Guess what it is? Yikes. I don't even know what you're yikesing about. Just probably everything in general on this stream so far. Thanks, Jojo. 8 years. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Ugh, time really does fly. I feel so old lately. 9 years. What's up, Jackson? Yeah, the good old days of YouTube. Yes, congrats to everyone on here. Even James has been on for a long time too. Probably longer than I have. Okay. Here's the back. Ooh! That's a big hint. Ready? Boom. Shakalaka. 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 This is a metal cover. I didn't even know this like existed in comics. Like, when did they start doing metal covers? I don't know. But this was, I had just kind of come back to comics a few months ago, and Mark Spears was like all over the place, and that's right up my alley with the monsters and everything. And yeah, so I had the credits. I was like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'll probably end up like displaying this because it's so gorgeous. But I don't know. I know people have like mixed feelings about Mark Spears. I haven't really been following as of late, as you know, kind of fallen off again, mostly due to schedule and stuff. But I'm telling you, we're going back in time here a little bit to when I had put in some orders for those just joining. So yeah, okay. So it's like tin almost. Interesting. I really like how it feels, like nice and slick. So how do they grade these things? Is this still considered a comic book even though it's metal? I mean, I guess because the comics inside, but that just seems weird to be like CGC graded. Ooh, this looks so cool. So I was ordering a lot of this story. Haven't read through it yet, but it looks very cool and creepy. Like, look at that. Yeesh. So yeah, I really dig it. James, this is my first day on YouTube. All right, let's put this back before I mess it up. So yeah, I don't know if this is like a common thing now that they're just doing with the metal. I know foils are like going crazy now. Like they just want to foil everything up lately. Okay, what else do I have in here? Let's see. Another, okay, speaking of foil. Boom. That's a cool one. Little homage of Amazing Spider-Man 300. Cool. Couldn't pass that one up. I'm not going to open it. I don't want to mess it up. I'll open it later. And then random Star Wars. You know me. Star Wars #1. It's like a new 10-year anniversary cover, I guess. Is anyone still reading Star Wars? No, just me. Yeah, probably. I'm also interested in checking out High Republic. I heard that was pretty good. Oh yeah, and then Jedi Knights. I think that's one that I wanted to order, something like that, but then they canceled one of them. What's the whole thing? I don't know. It was a while back. I don't really remember anymore. Okay, cool. And then I got the Mummy from the Universal Monsters Image lines. I heard these were good, so I was starting to pick those up. That's a sweet cover on that too. Gosh, I feel like I don't know any like comic cover artists anymore like I used to. Everything's so new to me. It is like this is our first day. Beginning again. Okay. All right, so that was box 1. Let's wrap this box, throw it up here. Let's crack into this one. What do I have here? I hear the Absolute lines are pretty good too. So it's like all the rave lately. Let me know. I heard Batman is good, and I think someone was saying Wonder Woman was good too. Okay, see, yeah, more Mark Spears. Return of the Living Dead, though. How to pick that up? I mean, come on. Come on. So that's #4, and this is a variant of 4 as well. Great movie. If you like a little horror comedy action. All right, and then I have I have a graphic novel or collected edition of something. Ooh, look at this. Alien Galaxy of Nightmares. Sick. That's exciting. Look at that. Ooh. So let's see here. Collecting Alien 2021, number 1 through 12, Alien 2022, number 1 through 6, and Alien Annual from 2022 by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Loroka Ota, and I can't pronounce that name, and Nitro. This looks awesome. Super happy with that. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So much to read. So little time. So little time. I'm still reading Dracula too on the side. God. Which has been really good. All right. And that's it. That's it from these two boxes. Cool. I have more, but I think they're in my storage unit. I think I had stopped by my storage and I just left them there. So this is all that I have from today. Let's do a little recap. We have Batman Full Moon. Obviously, some kind of werewolf. Ooh, spoilers. That. Some kind of werewolf story. Written by Rodney Barnes. What else did he do? That sounds familiar. Let's see. Philadelphia. Which I still need to read. And then Steven Subic did Riddler. I guess the art for Riddler Year One. I didn't even know there was a Riddler Year One. We have some Mark Spears goodness with the homage here. And that's from Monsters. I heard it's a good story, so. And I do have the other issues to it too, but like I said, some of it's in my storage unit. We got this thing, which was glorious. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then we have the Return of the Living Dead stuff. The random Star Wars book. And then lastly, the Alien Galaxy of Nightmares book, which I think I'm most excited for this. Even though all the other stuff looked pretty cool. Obviously, I ordered it for a reason, but yeah, just the fact that it's like collected like this, I don't know. This is just so attractive to me lately. It's just like, give me the whole thing. Give me the whole enchilada, you know? Like, I just, floppies can be really annoying sometimes, you know? But it's all good. Eventually I'm probably going to start going back into my collection because all that stuff's been in storage. I have a couple of little short boxes here, but like the majority of my collection's tucked away and it sucks, but in a way it's kind of good because I've become somewhat unattached to it. And now I feel like it'd be a lot easier to kind of cut down and, you know, thin out the collection and just kind of focus on the stuff I really like, you know, because yeah, when was it? From like 1919. No, not 19. Well, I did collect back in the 1990s, but what I meant to say was back in 2019, I would say from like 2019 to like 2022, I think I was picking up like a lot of random stuff, you know, doing like the whole mystery box thing. And there's nothing wrong with all that. It's just now I have a whole sorted random collection, you know. Whereas before that point, from like I said earlier, the 90s to like 20, well, I stopped for, I want to say like 8 years or so, but then hopped back on. It was mostly just Batman that I was collecting for years. So yeah. And all that, I think all the Batman stuff I want to keep. I have a lot of doubles though, so I'd be willing to like let those go. But yeah, right now I'm just like selling figures on whatnot. But eventually I'll probably switch over to like I said, thinning out the collection of comics. So yeah, that's gonna be just all these projects, ongoing projects, you know. So the way it is as a collector. I would encourage that too. Like if you have a huge collection, like a lot of people feel like they're obligated to keep stuff for some reason. And There's no shame in getting rid of stuff and maybe you using that money to get something you actually want. That's what I do that all the time. Like with my figures, since I don't really have room here to display them, it feels very pointless having them. And as much as I like them, it's like, all right, well, they don't do me any good by just sitting in, the tubs in my storage. So, and they take up so much room, like way more than even comics do. So, it doesn't make sense to keep them. As cool as they are, maybe I'll keep some here and there, but yeah, it's good to kind of prioritize things sometimes after a while, especially because I've had a long time with them already. Like I feel good about the time I've had with my collection, the various things I've collected throughout the years. So yeah, it feels kind of good, like letting it go and onto other things. And sorry if you hear noise. That's my dog. She's playing with her bone over there. So. Hmm. Let's see what you guys are saying. Russ says that metal cover looks awesome. Yeah, I liked it. It looked like it was weird. It's like hologrammy, and then super colorful, bright. I'm tempted to like hang it somewhere around here because it's stuff like that that's like um just it really draws me in, and I like having that kind of stuff around me when I'm working, and I work here working on videos, not for YouTube, for work. And so I feel like I constantly feel like I need a muse, right? And so because I have to keep creating, and that can be stressful sometimes. So I really like having like this poster here, like posters that kind of help me get into that creative mode, and stuff like that, like the metal cover, like this. It really kind of brings that out in me, helps me out. So I think I'm gonna try hanging that maybe right there. Be cool. James says still waiting on an alien attraction at Disney since Disney owns the property. Come on, Disney. It won't traumatize kids. That'd be awesome, honestly. Yeah, they own quite a bit now. Disney's like freaking monopoly. But yeah, that'd be sweet though. Like a ride, kind of like what Universal is doing with what they did with Fast and Furious. It'd be cool instead of like a roller coaster for that if it were for like a xenomorph ride or something. Didn't they have that somewhere at one point? Am I tripping? Maybe they that sounds familiar to me. Maybe like in the 90s or something they did that. Um but yeah, speaking of amusement parks though, I've been seeing a lot of stuff for the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. Dude, they're gonna have a Terrifier walkthrough. Like how crazy is that? And I saw that like it's gonna be the first one that has like you feel like you're wet, which has its implications. it's I'd be freaked out. Like, I don't it's weird, like, when I'm watching movies, I'm pretty desensitized to, like, horror at this point, but when I've gone to horror nights, when I go through those mazes, I'm scared shitless. I kid you not. So, imagine, like, the dude's chopping up some body or whatever, and, like, you feel the splash and the squirt. Ew! Ooh! Yeah, I was tempted to go, but, it gets so packed, and at this point, you, like, really need a VIP pass, and those are like they cost an arm and a leg lately, and I just don't know if I wanna make the whole trip down to SoCal for that, and it'd be cool if there were a lot less people, you know? It's kinda how I feel about San Diego Comic-Con too. Actually, like, lately, it's probably better since, like, what the bigger studios aren't going to San Diego Comic Con. But before, like, damn, when I went, it was super crowded. And it's just like the really crowded places like that are it's such a deterrent for me sometimes. It's too much. And yeah, I don't know. Russ says most definitely getting the whole story in one book is the best way to read. Dude, lately, yeah. Like I used to really just enjoy the hunt, and that's why I was doing it. So let me tell you guys, let me tell you my whole comic history, my little hobby history here. So when I was a young, what, 8-year old, 7-year old, or whatever, was when I started cherry picking random back issues in the Batman bins and would buy with my allowance. And those I would read, I would freaking, you know, I didn't care about condition. I mean, to a degree I did, but they didn't have to be perfect or anything. Like I would flip through them all the time and it was a my own little collection, but I never saw it as like, oh, I have to get all of them, right? Or like I noticed they had numbers, but it didn't really click to me that it was like a whole saga, you know? It was always just like, "Oh, that was a cool." Like, I saw it as like an episode or like a rerun. You're just like watching the one episode, right? So, like, that's always how I just knew comic books to be, just one little slice of life type of thing, and that was that. And it wasn't until much later that I think it was through like trading cards and stuff, I started understanding like that it was like a novella. And that's how I found out that Robin died, spoilers. Just kidding. But you know what I mean? I didn't know that. So that is what triggered me to kind of go back and start like filling in some gaps. I Back then, it was so much harder without eBay too, and, like, I only had a certain amount of money, so my knowledge of Batman was so, like, it had a ton of gaps, right? Like, I knew some things, some bigger events that happened, and some of the lore, but not everything. So, by the time I got to be actually around, like, the time of New 52, actually, was when I came back to comics and started reading. And it was my sister's fault. She's actually the one that started getting me some of those issues. And oh, it just reinvigorated my whole love for comics again. I was like, oh, I need to like go back now. And like now that eBay's like available, I can just like, I, dude, I was like mind blown with like the accessibility of you know, being a collector, it was just such a different time, and I was like, "Man, I can go back and actually collect them all," like, not just figures, but, like, comics too, and it was just so cool. So that era is always, like, really special to me when I came back to comics, and then I started just, like it was like Pokemon, gotta catch catch them all, and, like, finding the best deals and getting, like, stealth buys, just trying to, go through dollar bins and stuff was so fun for me. That was my jam, and it didn't have to be, like, just keys or anything. It was always it was always just, like, IP that I loved. Like, I would hunt a lot of Ghostbusters or, just stuff like that, animated Batman animated series, you know, here and there, and just to fill out my runs and all that. Of course, I would pick up some keys too, but, usually nothing super crazy. Although I did start getting very lucky later. So so yeah, and then the mystery box thing came around, that blew up, like, everyone and their mama had a mystery box on YouTube. So I was like I got into it mostly just out of, like, support. I would, like, buy YouTubers' boxes, and it was fun doing that, and, like, we were doing AOKs, and that was always fun too. And yeah, it's been an adventure, but with the move, it dawned on me like, oh my gosh, how much I have. So I was like, I definitely need to get rid of a lot of it, which was a bummer, but at the same time, it's like I said, I felt like I had that collection for a while. I was like, I feel good about the time that I had with it. But what sucked about it was I was kind of getting over the hunt and I was like, okay, now I want to sit down and just read these runs, right? But then the move happened. I'm like, dang. I was just about to like enjoy, you know? And but no, I still have my collection. I can still um sit down. Well, it's been hard with my schedule, but you know, every now and then I try to sit and read a little bit. So, but yeah, that's kind of sums it up, like where I started or when I started and where I am now. And it's been a journey for sure. Um, but yeah, I would say the past 2 years have been kind of bumpy with hobbies in general for me. Which but I'm still trying to keep up with the YouTube thing because I really like just the community and getting able to or being able to catch up with you guys and see what you guys like or what's coming out. I try to get the latest from you guys. Like I want to know what's out, like the absolute stuff. Like I've been hearing all about it. So it's nice to hear that from you guys every now and then. Um but anyway, yeah. As as of now, I do have a to read list. Let me grab one of them that I'm gonna read soon. I just did a review on Sanity too, by the way, and that is Swagohas' book. He sent me the three issues, so I was able to read that, and that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. But you can go check out my review on that. That was really fun to put together. I always like putting more work into those types of videos, even though they get like the least views. But I really don't care. It's something I like to do. But yeah, this is on the to-do list, to read list, I guess. Black Mirror is another one of those where I have various of these issues. I just have not read all the way through. So since a lot of those issues are in storage, I have this beauty. So I'm probably just going to crack this open after I finish reading Harley. Should be cool. And then from there, I'll probably crack this one open because that's been something I've been looking forward to for a while. Me and Rod were talking about that one for a bit now. And then we were also reading, him and I were reading, oh my God, what was it called? You Won't Feel a Thing. I think that's what it's called. It was a murder mystery type of book. I was really enjoying it. It was by, it was art by Jock. And then, hold on, I think that's the name of it. Look, I'm like forgetting right now. It's been so long. Let me pull it up. I know I talked about it on my channel. I just can't think of the actual name of it. Why am I blanking? I don't see it. Hold on. Oh yeah, it is. You Won't Feel a Thing. I got it right. Yeah. So yeah, art by Jock, written by Snyder. Dynamic duo. Oh, and that was another thing. I still got to do a review on Witches too. Speaking of those two. So yeah, definitely gonna try to get that in. Probably not this week because my sister's coming to town. But hopefully that'll be something I get to soon. I think that's it, guys. Other than that, yeah, I don't have any more pickups. I haven't been doing like I said, too much shopping for comics. I've been super into like getting movie posters and stuff though. And then as for like cons and stuff, I don't know if I'm going to a con anytime soon when it comes to like comic cons. Probably I'll probably be doing at least one more horror con later in the year. But as of right now, I don't have anything booked really. I might try to check out like local shops. Like James, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I remember you had talked about, and I had wanted to visit this place too in San Jose, where it's like, isn't it like an arcade or something? And then you go downstairs and it's like there's comics and all this retro stuff. Isn't that what it is? I forgot, but it's like their basement is like full comics and stuff. It's like that will be cool. Just like little cool like places like that, offbeat places. I don't know. Lately, I've been kind of getting a thrill out of like buying secondhand from either like Facebook Marketplace or like I haven't really gone to Craigslist very often out here. I used to get lucky with Craigslist in Vegas, but not so much here. But yeah, just like secondhand type of offer up, that type of thing. Sometimes you get lucky with that. I did get a couple grails, but they're not comic grails, so I'm not going to get into it in this live. But dude, I'm excited for that whenever I share that. That'll be fun. Where did I leave off on the chat? Let's see. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this little streamer platform here. It confuses me the way it's set up a little bit. It's kind of it's just like StreamYard, except the way that it highlights, I don't like. I don't like on the back end. You guys can't see it, but where was I? Most definitely. Okay, I think it's here. I think they have something like that out here in San Jose somewhere in October. Oh, like the alien thing? Robin died? Gotta love 30-year-old spoilers? Something like that. Oh, what's up, Kal-El? Kal-El, no. How are you? What's going on? Super Russ says, you never know how much you will have until you have to pack for. Dude, ain't that the truth, though? And you know what's worse? I knew it because I've moved so many times in my life. But like I said, I had stopped collecting for a while. And a lot of the moves were during that time, luckily. But when I moved to Vegas, I was out there for like 8 years. And that's when I got back into it because I didn't think it was going to be a big deal because like I felt there was a lot of stability there for a long time. So I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Little did I know that wasn't the case. But I remember thinking to myself several times because I would get that anxiety, you know, because like I had a lot of stuff, and I was like, man, just the fact that I had a lot, it was giving me anxiety, even though I was getting it all like great deals that I could be proud of and stuff. Like I was like buying a lot from stores that, you know, were going under and like it's getting stuff for like pennies on the dollar. But it's like, damn, you know, what if something did happen? Like, I don't know where I'm going to put all this. So, yeah, it could be daunting. It could become very daunting very quickly. So, yeah, that's why Whatnot's been helpful lately. So, I've been kind of just getting rid of stuff that I don't really need. What up, Air Spider? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Berkeley Comic Con in October. Dude, the amount of times this little con has evaded me is insane. Every single time it conflicts with something that I have. What weekend is it? The problem is during this time of year is when I have to work weekends sometimes because of the home game, the football home games. So it's like my normal job, like that on top of my normal job. So it's gets a little crazy. Um, so then I'll only have like one day off throughout the week. So sometimes I gotta allocate that to obviously like adulting and buying groceries or whatnot. uh, but if it's during a weekend, I don't have to work a game. That'd be awesome. Yes, the San Jose one. That's the one I want to take a little trip to. I've been loving going, even though this isn't comics, but I've been loving going to like Rasputin, those types of places. Oh, I just love it. Just love it. Oof. Let's see. Berkeley Comic Con, October 18th. Call in sick. October 18th. Hold on. I can't call in sick though to the games because it's like I have to confirm before. So like I already confirmed for the games because there are only like 5 that I have to work. So if it falls on one, hold on. 49er schedule. Let me check real quick. I'm like checking on the spot because then I'll forget. Where am I? Okay. You said October 18th. September. Oh, I do have one. But it's on Sunday. So I can technically go on Saturday. I can go on Saturday if my regular work week is not too crazy, because sometimes Giants make me work on Saturdays occasionally too. So if hopefully things will line up and I'll be able to. That'd be rad. And then what else is there? Isn't there like Stockton Con? I went to that one once. That one was pretty good actually. I got the first appearance of Rogue there for like $20. It was really, really cool. What else did I get there? I forgot. Let me see when that one is. Stockton Con. Coming events. This one. Oh, okay. So there's Stockton Con. That one's February, late February, early March, and then it's the Lodi Con that's coming up. That one's in October. That one's October 25th. I think there's also the Horror Con around that time too that I'm probably going to go to in SAC. And then what happened to, was it Shortboxed? Did that already pass? Shortboxed Live. Shortbox Live. I went to the first Shortbox Live. Are they still doing it? May 5th? No, that was 2024. Did they not do one this year? What up, Carlito? How's it going? Stockton was decent. Yeah, I actually really liked it. I was shocked at how big it was, the arena out there. It's like, oh, it reminds me. There's a Toy Con in Vegas that it reminded me of so much. Shortboxed was at Cape and Cal today. Again, you missed a good one. Yeah, but I'm talking about their con. Are they still doing that? Because Shortboxed had a con out here in Santa Clara. I don't know if they've stopped doing it. Convention schedule. I don't see anything on it. So I'm guessing they just don't do it anymore. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe they don't do it anymore. Yeah, it was called Shortboxed Live. I don't see anything on it. I was wondering about that too, because even when I went, I was like, dang, how do they afford it out here? So I'd imagine it's super expensive to have a small little con like that. Shortbox didn't happen this year. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see anything right now. So that's a bummer. I mean, it was pretty good when I went too. It was a lot like Cape and Cal though, too. Actually, that's where I saw you, James. That's where we met finally in person. Remember? Yeah, and that's when I met Laura for the first time too, from Bird City Comics. Shouts out. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. I met Kelly Jones there. Got my book signed. Got my Bane signed. What else was there? Oh, I also met Swag there, Swagahus. That was a good one. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Damn. Anyway, all right. I think that's about it, guys. So I got lots to read. lots to read. And I don't know if I'm going to be continuing ordering FOC slash my comic shop, just because I'm going to blame it on like schedule and work. Like it just doesn't really behoove me if I don't have that consistency and time to actually like sit and read my stuff, you know? I'd rather just get collected stuff like this and read it, not feel like, oh, I have to read it now, that pressure. I could just pick it up whenever I have time, you know, and not feel bad about it. um, and yeah, also it's a discount, but like I said before, it's a discount, but the shipping really eats into that too. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Trying different things. We'll see. And hey, maybe I might find my LCS out here at some point. So yeah, but thanks for joining, guys. It was nice chatting comics with you guys again. What's up, Aztec? Good to see you right here at the end. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Definitely leave a like, subscribe. I don't hate it. You know I don't hate it. You too, James. Thanks for stopping by too. And yeah, I'll probably take a little bit of a hiatus because my sister's coming. So you can expect me probably back here in about earliest would be a week and a half, but probably 2 weeks more likely. But yeah, catch you guys next time and have a great week.